Hello everyone, welcome. How is your day going? Hope it's doing really well. It's Coach K here. I'm going to talk today a little bit about what's been going on in crypto. How do you actually play the alt season? So this is a really big question. A lot of people ask me, like, how does this alt season even start? When is Bitcoin and when it stops growing and growing and growing and going ballistic? When should I start buying in altcoins? We kind of saw a little bump today, but that might have been the whole Binance idea of people thinking that people will buy on other exchanges. We'll take a look at that as well today. But if you're here right now, guys, just click on that subscribe, like, or share button, and let me know that you're there. If you have any questions, make sure that you ask them. And let's get started. Let's say hi to everyone before we do that. Andre, Atul, Neil, Steve, Maticcoin. Yeah, there's a lot of info about Maticcoin. I'm not going to go over that today specifically, but I can definitely get you some more information. I did call that coin in the free channel that I have. So t.me Athena project. Add yourself in there so you get all those things. I did definitely post that at about 53 sats and it went to 135. Pretty insane, amazing stuff, and it could be potentially even go even more. So how's everyone doing? Peter Davidson, nice to see you. Blake, nice to see you over there on YouTube. Andre, nice to see you. Lily, John, morning. So let's just jump in and talk about what's going on in crypto today and why the markets have been doing what they're doing, and how do I play and what should I expect out of the markets when Bitcoin kind of chills. So jumping right in, we're going to talk about how the markets actually have been surging. So people think that the volume in the markets is similar to 2017, but it's not. It's actually far bigger than when we had our bull run. Now we have to remember a couple factors. Number one, we have Fidelity. Number two, we have BACK. Number three, we have Blackwater. Number four, we have Eris. 5 TD Ameritrade. There are so many institutions coming in. Now that may not directly affect the price right away, but we have to also understand one other big factor is that even though it doesn't affect the price right now, they might be buying OTC, who are they going to be selling it to? Us, regular retail investors. So the retail investors are going to buy through them, and that will affect the market price over time. So we're seeing that there's being a little bit of a rude awakening in the crypto industry, which is great for all of us, and we're going to see more of that. So we see that I had a ton of arguments with people about the bottom. I told people in December, people can go back and watch videos that were pretty much at the bottom. I'm 80% sure at 3,200 we wouldn't come back down to that low, and we would start to see bullish movements in April. So we really did see that so far, more so than I actually expected. I was thinking 10,000 at the end of the year. It could still be 10,000 at the end of the year because we don't know. We may have a retrace, but right now I'll tell you why we're not probably going to see that, not for some time yet. But let's look at what's going on in the market. So when you look at volume down here, you can see that it's been spiking heavily, which means there's a lot of money coming into certain projects, and its volume is about how much capital influx there is. So when you see a lot of capital influx, it means that there's people buying, and there's a lot of buying pressure, which is a great thing. So we also saw that XRP was like Bitcoin before. It felt like a stable coin that was dead. And then I said to a lot of my members and friends, like, hey guys, XRP is eventually going to go. Just be patient, be patient. A lot of people were like, oh man, this sucks. And I'm like, just be patient. It will reward you always with patience if you believe in the project. So that's what's up. You're watching from a plane, Scott? Sick. That's what's up, brother. So what I want to talk about is like Tezos, okay? In February, if you remember in my group, I was telling people how I got some information about Tezos going to be, having a lot of positive things come into the fold, and everyone was saying what, and I said there's going to be a lot of partnerships, there's going to be potentially STOs built on their platform, which ended up coming out to be true, and I was at 38 cents, so we're talking IEO type stuff where it's actually obviously outperformed itself. 38 cents times 4 is not even 163, so it's been 163, sorry. It's been doing extremely well. So the FOMO pie pumps, we're seeing that the volume is coming up. We're seeing, above $200 billion market cap. All these things are very positive things for the sentiment. And we also have really positive things affecting the market as well. So that's just the first piece. Let's give that a happy. Now, we also see as well here that CME, which is the biggest futures desk in the world that has the most amount of Bitcoin, recorded $1 billion of notional volume. So that is something that they've never achieved before in the course of one day. And they got to $1.35 billion. We're not talking about small change here. We're talking about real big money. So they saw $1 billion of BTC futures contracts trading, whether it be long or short. Short people, very sorry for you guys. You got wrecked hard. And this is what happens when you go against the trend. The trend was starting to show that we're getting bullish, and everyone was thinking 2018, we're going to eventually dip hard and we're going to get wrecked. And even myself, I was taking profit on the way up and being like, oh my goodness, like everyone was doing that. No one expected this much of a pump, but this is what happened. So the CME futures contracts on May 13th were the equivalent of 168,000 Bitcoin, up nearly 50% from April. So as we can see, in April, we had this huge run up and everyone started seeing, okay, this is going to be the start of this next bull run. And then now we saw in May, a massive uptick in the amount of volume that we have on the CME. So all these things are extremely positive. Now we also have this news about Bakkt, which is massive, that they are going to have their own futures market. So what do you think that will do? Will create even more demand. And then you have TD Ameritrade, who has millions and millions of clients who are begging to get involved into crypto. And you have your friends, probably, if you guys have been in crypto for a while, I had about like 20 friends of mine be like, hey man, how do I get this Bitcoin stuff? It's going crazy again, man. Like, you've been telling me for like ever, and like I saw it come all the way down, but now it looks like it's good. And I'm like, all right, let's get back to it. That's exactly what we're all about. Richard, nice to see you. Sorry I didn't say hi earlier. Just trying to keep on the track. So here's just a nice little chart of what we've seen here, and we're gonna continue to see the markets increase in value. So this is beautiful. Enjoy this. Now let's get to some negative news. Other than people getting wrecked, and very badly wrecked actually, and being made fun of by Arthur Hayes. I'll show you that in a second. Let's talk about what came out today. I don't know if you've seen this yet, so if you haven't, sit down, because this is probably going to affect you if you've been using this exchange. So back in, I can't remember exactly what month it was, but back in the day, they had, the Cryptopia had a hack about a few months back, and they tried to work it out. They tried to figure out who got, who got wrecked and who got hurt from this whole entire situation. And really what ended up happening is they tried to run business. They couldn't make money. They basically had to suspend all their stuff. So it became hard. What's doing, my USA friend? Not much, Patrick. I'm actually living in Thailand, but yes, I'm from Canada. It's okay. I don't take offense to it. But a lot of my friends are at Consensus right now, which is pretty cool. Whoa, we're getting some weird volatility here. All right. I just saw like on the live there, it was stalling out. Hopefully you guys could hear. So this is really unfortunate. If you have cryptocurrencies on Cryptopia, what you need to do is go to the email right here. If you don't know where to find this information, just go to my group t.me/Athena project. It is on there, and you can get that email address from there, and hopefully get that sorted out. But yeah, Cryptopia did get hacked back in the day. They tried to run business and it didn't go well, and they need to shut down and liquidate everyone's assets. Really horrible. I really hope that you didn't keep your funds on exchange. And this is another example: Mt. Gox, BitGrail, Bitfury, Binance, and Cryptopia. All of these things, they really hurt. They really hurt the industry, especially Quadric. I have some personal friends that were like, I kept $2,000 of Bitcoin on there, and I kept $500 of ETH, and I was like, yeah, man, it's gone. Like you're not gonna see it. Like, unfortunately, they didn't have insurance, and there's really not much anyone can do for you. So it's just, sometimes life sucks in that way, and I'm sorry. So guys, remember, if you do have questions or concerns or comments, do just throw them out there. You lost a lot on Cryptopia. Sorry, Peter, man. It's just, that really sucks. Like, I hate reading that people lost money, but this is the whole idea of don't leave your funds on an exchange, right? We had the keys thing, and, I just feel horrible for people that got, hurt by this whole situation. So here's why we saw Bitcoin drop yesterday, because yesterday they came out with the SEC, and again, the decision got delayed by Bitwise. So this is expected. This is the script right here about what happened, but yeah, they got delayed. Not a huge deal. Now at Consensus, we had Joseph Lubin and Jimmy Song strike a $500,000 crypto bet on Ethereum's future. Basically, Jimmy Song is saying that that aren't Bitcoin or shit coins. I kind of, after the way the market was going for the last little bit, especially with the IEOs and how they're really hurting a lot of people in terms of after they buy them, they get wrecked. He's saying that we only really need Bitcoin. We don't really need other blockchains. It's just like you can just do it on a normal ledger, etc. So, and then Joseph was saying like, no, the dApps are all like what we need. So he was disagreeing. So they made a bet for 810 ETH and 69.7 for Bitcoin, which is equivalent to $500,000, that there would be, Ethereum would have to have at least 15 unique DACs achieving $10,000 or more daily active users and 100,000 monthly active users for 6 calendar months in any 12-month period up to May 23rd, 2023. So 3 years. I don't know who will win that bet. I don't know. You guys, can you chime in and tell me what you think? Do you think that who will win this bet? Is it going to be Jimmy Song, or is it going to be, what happened? Is it going to be Jimmy Song, or is it going to be Joseph Lubin? Who will win this bet? You tell me, guys. I want to know your opinions, and just shoot them out there as you go. So moving on, we look at altcoin season, which is your biggest question, right? When is altcoin season, right? When is this going to actually start to happen? Now, this is a really good question. I think it's coming soon, and I'll tell you how altcoin season is played out, because this is why you're watching this video. Altcoin season always works like this. Step 1, we have Bitcoin go on a run. When Bitcoin goes on that run, lagging right behind it will become Ethereum. When Ethereum comes right behind it, okay, it will start to pump after Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin starts to pump, okay, you don't understand. I'll tell you in a second, Patrick. Once Bitcoin starts to pump, right, the whole idea is this. Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum follows it, and then after Ethereum has been pumping, we start to see the top 20 coins start to pump, like EOS, like ADA, like Tron. Even though I don't like Tron, it's still going to pump. BCH, XLM, you're going to see those ones pump first because they have a lot of backing. EB said they don't accept crypto and they only sell mining equipment, and that's why the photo. Okay, eBay has done this to us twice. Don't trust anything that you see. And you know what? The whole thing is they're probably going to have to accept crypto, whether it be PayPal or eBay, because why else are they at a crypto conference? Think about it. It's just they're not doing it yet. They're going to have to do it because Amazon's already accepting crypto. So if they're so far behind, they're going to lose market share. They don't want to do that. So let's be realistic here. What's up, family? So I don't think many people understand the difference between cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. Okay, blockchain technology is not cryptocurrency, but cryptocurrencies also can't be there without blockchain technology. So people need to understand that to have a blockchain that is public on a public ledger, you do need some type of currency most of the time to do it. Now, if you're doing a private blockchain, of course, you don't really need to. You can do it in-house, or then you have UND, which I'm going to do a little TA on for you guys. And UND is a different, it's a hybrid blockchain, so it's a little bit of A and B, so it's a little bit different than a traditional blockchain technology project from either just a public or a private side. So it's a hybrid version. Now, what a blockchain is on a real simple level is just a piece of technology that lets you never change anything that you do. So if you put information into a block, whether it be records, whether it be phone call records or pictures or transactions, once that block's made, unless we do a 51 attack, which is extremely difficult on most networks and very painfully costful, then you're not going to do that, right? So it's really a hinder to do these things, to change or block reorg, which CZ was saying, which no one would ever do. Now, like if you have a cryptocurrency, you don't always need a cryptocurrency to have a blockchain project. And that's what some people were saying, like we could have a private blockchain to do a lot of stuff in-house and we don't really need a public blockchain. That's true for some companies, and it's not true for others. But with Bitcoin, the whole idea is it's a transparent version. And police, as Anthony Pompanalo said just today when he was on CNBC, he said, you can't, like cops even love that people use Bitcoin like criminals because you can track where the money goes so easily. Cash, like who the heck knows where it goes, right? So this is a really cool idea. And I mean, look at China. They don't use cash anymore. It's very rare. It's WeChat Pay. It's all on your phone. It's QR coded, but it's completely it's out there for everyone to know who you are. With blockchain, you can kind of shield who you are through that, but they can eventually figure it out through IP tracking and other things like that. Unless you're using a privacy coin, there's a lot of deep differences in there. Now, altcoin season is coming, right? Bitcoin's gonna pump, Ethereum will follow, and then all the other coins are going to start to fall. Litecoin, especially because of the halving coming up as well. So what would you invest in right now? Well, as non-financial advice, I am invested in right now. I've been invested in a little bit of XRP when it was about 30 cents, like you see here. I got some Ethereum, I got some Bitcoin, I got some Litecoin, I got EOS. A little bit of Binance Coin and Cardano is my fave. Those are mostly what I'm in right now. I also have some unification. Hello, am I back?